Green's got 5 now.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The Warriors trailing. And for Duncan and the Spurs, year after year, people write them off. And, Steve, they keep proving them wrong.
It's incredible. I mean, I think I wrote them off 4 years ago, and here they are continuing to just be an elite team in the NBA. And Duncan, one of the big reasons for it. He seems to get better and better, and he loves the game. He continues to stay in great shape and compete. Who knows how long he'll go.
Here is Parker, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Back to Parker. There's the triple. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Kings in Sacramento.
And I think, Kevin, you know, they really showed how important it is to have a strong bench performance. You go out on the road, you can't rely on your starters night in and night out. The reserves have to contribute and help them out.
I think we definitely saw that, Steve, throughout the game. They were really tied together as a team. Didn't make any difference who was out on the floor. You'll take every road game win you can, and they're happy with that one.
And here is Green after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. The drive by Green. Here's Leonard, 6 on the shot clock. Another shot, and there's the play inside by Duncan.
Really getting after it on the offensive boards, adding to his early total with that putback.
On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Bogut. Out to the wing. Barnes kicks to Curry. Fires the 3. Can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Parker outside. Green up on top. Duncan with the screen for Green. Back to Parker. Jacks up a 3. Barnes grabs the miss.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
That puts them in the lead. Thompson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Duncan inside. Guarded by Green. Shot is no good. Warriors have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Barnes dishes to Curry for 3. Another miss by Curry. San Antonio trailing here. Now Parker. He had 19 points in the win against Sacramento. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I got a chance to talk for a bit. These two teams tied through the first 2 games of the season series. I asked him what he thought were some of the keys going into this game and looking to take that lead. He said one of the things they had to account for is the shot blocking they'll face on the defensive interior. Guys, he said, we've got to be elusive. We'll see if they took it to heart.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And dealing with the sort of defense they're facing is not an easy challenge.
No, but they've got a few weapons of their own that they can counter with, so it's not exactly a one-sided battle.
Maybe so, Steve, but those weapons are still going to have to perform at a really high level for them to have a chance to be successful.
And here is Parker after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Leonard kicks to Duncan. Back to Leonard. Soft touch off the glass.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
The Warriors leading.
You know, the Spurs, because of their way of conducting business and their low-key personality, have never really been ratings darlings for the NBA, despite being considered and respected as a model franchise in the league. The team's color of silver and black, I think, fits their style. It's not really flashy or gaudy, but it does point out their business-like approach and how precise they play and how much they win.
Then you look at the Spurs' loss of branding, if you will. It starts from the top down, from Coach Popovich to Tim Duncan. They don't court media attention. They're close to the vest. All business, all about winning.
And the Spurs look for a certain kind of player, Clark. I know you're interested in this. The players they get are uninterested in the spotlight. Pop calls them guys that have gotten over themselves.
That's a great way to phrase it, because they're others-focused and not self-focused. And that's something that really lends itself well in a culture which glamorizes the I and not the group. And you can see it in the Spurs. They are all about business, and all of the extra stuff is not what appeals to them. They're interested in winning and having fun and enjoying each other, and that's why they're a championship organization and team.
That's a good blueprint.
Yes, it is.
Green with the block. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Thompson with it. He's picked up by Parker. It's stolen by Duncan. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. The score now all even. Parker's got 5 now.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
To the right side. Bogut the pass to Barnes. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Baines dishes to Parker. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 7 points in the game.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. We've got to get their defense in gear.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I mean, I'd say that is an easy look.
No good from Duncan.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Duncan with the screen on Thompson. Duncan outside. Leonard on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Baseline J on the way. That's good. And the Spurs lead by 4.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, just too many easy buckets, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Iguodala kicks to Spates to stop the run and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And, Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
Mills with it, covered by Lee. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. He dishes it to Mills. And it's Spates with the rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
Here's Bellinelli after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Ginobili kicks to Bellinelli. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Ginobili the pass to Diop. The runner. The shot, no good. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
You look at how efficient David Lee is around the basket. He can go over either shoulder and use either hand to score. Broke his wrist in high school, and it's part of the reason why he's been able to develop that offhand so well.
From deep, Iguodala. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Iguodala's got a second bucket tonight. Ginobili dishes to Splitter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Spurs lead by 1. But with David Lee and his broken wrists, often having a setback like that at an early age, Clark, can be a blessing in disguise, and he is definitely one of the most skilled scorers with his offhand.
Yeah, he does a really good job as an ambidextrous finisher. And it really puts the defender in a pickle, because oftentimes as a defender, you want to try to take away one side or the other. With David Lee, you pretty much just have to try to square him up.
And even 3-on-3 break. And the slam dunk by Spates. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, both teams still kind of feeling each other out here, and neither team has been able to find an edge in this game.
Too little, too late from the deep. Give him credit for trying anyway.
Great job he did getting through him and up to the rim.
Yeah, now that was aggressive, and that's exactly what I like to see.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Dishes it to Bellinelli. The 3-ball, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point Spurs lead.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. They have to get a hand in his face. Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Diaw, and the rejection by Iguodala. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
11 seconds on the shot.
12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Bellinelli. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Spurs shoot their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Well, solid numbers for this club from the free throw line this season, shooting about 77% collectively.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
The drive by Iguodala. No good on the buzzer beater.
Coming up next Wednesday night, March 4th, Marc Gasol.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, Clark and Steve. What have they been doing or not doing?
And I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive, and it's paid off for them a few times already.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Spurs, Mills and Manu at the guards. Bellinelli is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Splitter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Boris Diaw, pretty unique player in the NBA. Came into the league as a passing point forward, but became a small forward and then really a 4. But he's a crafty passer, and he can score a little bit from the outside. Very difficult player to guard.
Mills with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Ginobili kicks to Mills. Shot clock at 6. Ginobili attacking. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Barbosa passes to Lee. Iguodala wide open. Off target with his 3. Spurs leading by 4. Pass to Bellinelli. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, so smart, a former foreign intelligence officer during the Cold War. If he's a little tight-lipped with the media, maybe that's the reason why.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Spates. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. It's Curry outside. Tim Duncan with the rebound. And Popovich back in the 70s toured Eastern Europe and the Soviet Union with the U.S. Armed Forces team. He speaks Serbian and Russian.
Yeah, you know, no surprise that, Kevin, given his experience abroad, that he helped make the Spurs real trendsetters as far as international scouting.
It's Parker with the drive. Offensive rebound. And stolen by Barnes. On the wing, Green. Bellinelli is covering. Barnes dishes to Lee. Golden State moving the ball around. There's the pass to Barnes. Curry outside. And that one's good. Curry's got 16.
His shooting has been so good today, and he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Here's Bellinelli. He's got 7. Kicks to Duncan. And that one's good. Duncan's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Warriors trail by 5. Thompson outside. Passes it to Green. Outside Curry. Launches a 3. That's good. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing him. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Curry against Parker. Duncan left side. Back to Parker. And Curry pulls it down.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
And take a look at this list. Every team loves to have guys like these. Big men who can pass like guards. These are their assist totals on the season. For San Antonio, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Parker, right side. Lays it up and banks it in. Parker's got 9 points.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Stephen Curry.
They're absolutely stroking it from outside. I mean, textbook perfect. Good balance, nice high release, splash.
And Drew Bogut, he's checked in for Lee. The Spurs also changing it up. Baines is checked in, and it's Green in for Bellinelli. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Thunder coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever, and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris. Here is Parker. He's got 9. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
They get the rebound. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
Curry outside. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Well, the Warriors taking strides to enhance their player development. They bought a D-League team and moved it to nearby Santa Cruz.
And that team actually played in the D-League Finals in the championship game, lost to Fort Wayne. That's enabled their younger players, though, that D-League team, to practice with the NBA teammates, and that's got to be a positive.
It's Curry outside. Again, Curry missing. San Antonio leading by 7. To the wing on the left. Parker outside. Baines passes to Green. 5 to shoot. The shot misses.
Well, the big thing for the Warriors, they've done a good job the last couple of years creating a culture of work. Players sticking around in the summer, younger players working hard, working together to get better, and it's really affected the organization in a positive way.
Curry outside, and the shot is good. Curry's got 24.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
Parker outside. He feeds it to Duncan. Outside, Green. There's the dish to Baines. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 6.
And yet, guys, despite the investment the Warriors have made in player development and buying draft picks, they're still looking for more consistency from their bench guys. Work to be done there.
For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Parker outside. Back to Green. Parker outside. It's hauled in by Bogut. Bogut's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. And there's Green on the assist by Parker. And it's an 8-point Spurs lead. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Spurs?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
That's right, Clark. And the other thing we've seen is great work on the offensive glass. We're seeing second chance points for this club.
Here's Baines, averaging 6 points per contest. Back to Leonard. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Curry. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got 27.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Sinks that one from the post. Duncan's got 13.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Thompson from long range. Another 3 for Golden State.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks, and it's been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, you got to get some bodies out there defensively, though. I mean, things are way too easy out beyond the three-point arc.
There's the feed to Duncan. Goes up the baseline. Takes it out to Leonard. The tray. That drops. He has 7.
Well, he found the open man on the perimeter and got the ball to him.
Warriors trail by 7.
Danny Green, a nice find by the Spurs as a 3-and-D role player. The Spurs always seem to find those kind of guys. A mid-second round pick was Green. He got waived by the Cavs, spent some time playing abroad. Now he holds the record for three-pointers made in the finals.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Diaw's checked in. Back to Green. To the middle. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And for Danny Green, guys, a quality defender at either wing position. And, you know, Steve, as you like to say, a floor spacer offensively.
That's right. Two-way guys, Kevin. Two-way players. That's what the playoffs are all about. You think about the success Green has had the last couple of seasons, defending star players at one end, knocking down big threes at the other. Wow, what a player he's become.
Spates checked in for Golden State. Spurs leading by 7. Ginobili outside, feeds to Mills. Back to Ginobili. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way with it. Bogut dishes to Spates. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And here's Mills from the arc. That's good. And the Spurs lead by 5.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
In the corner, Iguodala with it. Three-pointer. Mills with the rebound.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Out left to the wing. Nobody near Barnes. No good on the triple. Spurs leading by 5. With a floater, and there's Green on the assist by Diaw. Green's got 4 points in the quarter. Now here's Spates. His last outing, he had 8 points. Curry outside. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. Ginobili left side. Back to Green. There's the three. Here's Baines. Can't connect from short range. Warriors shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Iguodala outside. Rebound, San Antonio.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Mills passes to Ginobili. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
If I'm him, I'm looking to move the ball the rest of the quarter because he cannot buy a shot.
Curry can't get it to go. San Antonio leading by 7. Here's Diaw. Nice D from Bogut.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
It's deflected, and that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
And checking out some numbers for Andre Iguodala. His last 10 games, averaging 9 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contributions.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
It's Curry outside. Rebound, San Antonio. Green's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Baines, guarded by Curry. Green kicks to Ginobili. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
He's yet to make an impact from the field, but his team is taking care of business.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 30.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Ball's knocked loose. Ginobili kicks to Splitter. Ginobili gets the bucket. And the Spurs lead by 6.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play.